What really drew me to this career was the fact that it's very relationship based. You're working with people, you're helping people, and you're solving real world problems. Very early on in my career, I think it was fall of 2011, I linked up with Leo Rotman, and he and I started doing a lot of special needs seminars. He was doing a lot before that. So that was really when I got connected to that and learned a lot from him.
He is like super, super persistent. I mean, the guy just never gives up. There's been so many times where, we were phoning together or following up on leads. And, I was ready to give up. I thought these people were never going to answer, never going to work with us. And Caleb was always there to say, hey, let's make one more phone call. Let's send one more email.
I think Caleb always had a vision for what he wanted as a practice. As soon as we started, we both saw that there were people who had their own independent practices with their own names, and it sounded like a direction that we would want to go.
Ultimately, I spun off and started Hardy Financial with my brother Brendan.
I never thought I would be in a family business with my brother. Honestly, I didn't. But in the 9 years that I've been here, it's been quite a ride, and I'm quite happy how far we've gotten so far.
I'm really proud of, not only the successful agent that Caleb has become, but, the person that he's become as well. I've seen him, come in to the business fairly young, grow his business, be successful at work, but also be successful at life.
I married Amanda in the fall of 2016, so a little over 4 years ago. And then about a year ago, we had our first child, our daughter, Augusta, who we call Augie. My wife and I are really involved at Grace Chapel, just having a community of like-minded people that we've been able to stay connected with, especially throughout the last year, has been really key. Having that morning time of meditation for me is really important, and staying connected to God. And I think especially early on, but even up until now, there's always dealing with rejection and worrying about where the next client's going to come from sometimes. So just staying mentally positive and keeping a growth mindset and an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset. I think that's been really important for me. And
Caleb was born with a growth mindset. He loves to learn new things.
Caleb is one of the most optimistic people I've ever met in my life. I've never seen him down. I've never seen him upset. He never gets frazzled. He's just always happy to be doing what he's doing.
I have so much to be thankful for. I have so much to be grateful for, especially in a year like 2020, where there's so much outside of your control, and that can create anxiety in you and just different thoughts and sensations. And just learning to be kind to yourself and to allow those to be there. Doesn't mean you have to like that they're there, but there's this attitude of acceptance and allowing that goes along with that. And that really can be empowering. I think what really helped launch my career, what got me to President's Council consistently, and since then Chairman's Council, has been, whenever possible, doing a fee-based financial plan first. I find that really sets the stage. It creates that relationship that I want. And out of that often flows various investment recommendations, life insurance recommendations, estate planning recommendations.
Caleb thrives on complex planning. He really enjoys it, and he has the mind for it. And so this business is perfectly suited to him.
Peter, over the years, has been really instrumental in helping me stay focused, stay grounded on the things that he talks a lot about. What's your COMO, what's your OCI? But also he then does help me with, okay, now these other creative marketing ideas or business ideas you have, let's pick one or two of them and help try to execute them.
My job with Caleb is to help guide him to understand his objectives, and to help guide him to keep growing. He has the capability, he has the intelligence, the desire. And so my job is to help him just stay on track and focus on what's important right now.
Scott Damsky's also been really important to me in my journey here at New York Life.
One of the real joys of Caleb is he's an amazing people person. He connects well with people, but he's able to combine connecting with people and at the same time following our process of open case inventory, of cases open month of. He actually lets the system help him stay focused.
We talk pretty regularly, and not just about New York Life, but also life in general. I appreciate his perspective on things, and he'll help me hash things out.
You know, we say that people are driven by their goals. Caleb sets his goals high. He follows up and takes action. I just think that that is so profoundly impactful. And, you know, most agents can do that, but they don't the way that he does.
He also encourages me to try different creative things, to write articles, to get more speaking engagements. So he encourages me to shoot for the stars, but also helps me stay grounded in the process.
In helping him stay focused and offering him advice and counsel, he is wonderful in actually implementing whatever we talk about.
I really enjoy working with my brother, Brendan. We have a really good relationship, and I think clients see that and respect that. And just nice having that support system.
One thing he's always done is he's been very confident about what he can do. And also it's been helpful because he's been confident about what I can do, even when I didn't think I could.
One of the things that I think I do well is trying to keep my calendar full. If I look at my calendar for the coming week or following week, and I have a day that I don't have anything on it scheduled, a little bell goes off that something's wrong, and I will make calls until I have one or two things booked.
Caleb is relentless. He never stops. He's always pushing, always trying to find the next thing. That's really what's special about working with Caleb, is that he's like a force of energy.
One of Caleb's great qualities is his creativity. So I've seen how he has, creative marketing ideas, but a lot of people have good ideas, but Caleb's not only good at having the idea, but actually executing it. And that's a quality that I think a lot of people in our business don't have.
I've had a lot of published articles over the last few years, which I've been really proud of. Most recently, just over Christmas time, I did one for Kiplinger called Turning 60 Checklist. And in a sense, that was one of my most fun ones that I've written. And I just spoke with the editor the other day, and they said it was actually already received well over 10,000 views. So it was doing quite well.
He's managed to author many articles on special needs planning, even for Forbes, and always trying to find the next bigger publication.
Having those articles can be useful just to send clients and prospects when appropriate. It doesn't necessarily result in a lot of inbound clients for me yet, but it is, I think, a credibility thing. It just shows that I'm serious about what I do, that I'm an expert in my field. And I think that credibility really lends itself to success.
Caleb has never been afraid to put himself out there. He's not afraid to hear no. But people don't tell him no that often, really, because people want to work with him.
So I had a client that I've had for a long, long time actually passed away this fall of pancreatic cancer. And he was only in his late 60s. And basically a week before he passed, we had a phone call, and one of the things I told him was that I would take care of his wife and that she would be in good hands. And he told me that he knew she would be. And that is one of the things that brought him a lot of comfort and peace as he was going to pass away. So that was really touching, and one of those moments where the rubber meets the road and makes us really understand the value of what we do. It was just really affirming that I am in the right field and making a difference in people's lives.